There are moments in life that don't announce themselves. They arrive quietly, almost accidentally. Yesterday was one of those moments. I had stepped out to grab some lunch. Nothing dramatic, nothing indulgent, just food, just fuel. I found myself at Cargo 88, alone, which is a state I've grown deeply fond of. There's a certain luxury in solitude when you've learned how to keep yourself company. Lunch was meant to be the whole story, but life, as it often does, edited my plans. I ordered a cocktail, a Blue Lagoon. 3 sheets of blue stared back at me. A light ocean blue at the surface, playful and inviting, turquoise in the middle, calm but knowing, and beneath it all, a deeper, almost mysterious blue, quiet, weighted, deliberate. And as I lifted the glass, I realized something. This drink reminded me of Jane Eyre. You know the character Jane Eyre from the book Jane Eyre, written by Charlotte Brontë? Yes, that one. Welcome to Books and Cocktails, where literature meets indulgence and where quiet strength is always on the menu. The Blue Lagoon is a deceptively charming thing, vodka at its core, clean, unapologetic, unyielding. Blue curacao, bright, zesty, seductive, almost mischievous. And lemonade, crisp, layered, sharp enough to wake you up when you get too comfortable. When you actually look at it, it's visually agreeable, innocent even. But take a sip, and it burns. Not rudely, but intelligently. The sweetness flirts with your tongue first, lulling you into ease, but the sharpness follows, lemon cutting through illusion. And finally, the vodka settles in your chest, warm and commanding, leaving you intoxicated, dizzy, wanting more, yet suddenly aware that you might need to lie down. Jane is that drink. Jane Eyre was never loud, never flashy, never begging to be seen. But she was immovable. From a tender edge, Jane possessed something rare, mental independence. Not the kind that needs applause, but the kind that survives isolation, cruelty, and neglect. She was a child surrounded by hostility, a bitter aunt, cruel cousins, a world determined to remind her that she was unwanted. And yet, she spoke her mind, not recklessly, not foolishly, but truthfully. Jane Eyre understood something many people take decades to learn, that silence, when forced, is violence to the soul. Like the Blue Lagoon, her appearance was misleading, small, plain, unassuming. But inside her lived a strength that burned slowly and stayed. Jane read, not for escape alone, but for anchoring. Books became her companions when people failed her. They sharpened her mind, expanded her imagination, gave her a private world no one could confiscate. There is something deeply powerful about a woman who reads not to impress, but to understand herself. Jane did not fear solitude. She refined it. Much like sitting alone with a beautifully crafted cocktail, not scrolling, not performing, just being present with your thoughts, your glass, your inner life. That is not loneliness. That is intimacy with the self. Jane Eyre had a tongue that startled people. She was agreeable until she wasn't, Her words, like lemonade, arrived crisp and refreshing, and then cut sharply, making those around her to question their comfort, their authority, their assumptions. She stood up to her aunt. She challenged cruelty. She refused emotional manipulation. And perhaps most radical of all, she refused to settle. Not for comfort, not for convenience, not even for love. When Jane Eyre loved, she loved deeply, but never at the expense of her beliefs, her faith, nor her dignity. That is a dangerous kind of woman. Jane Eyre's faith was not loud or ornamental. It was internal, quietly fierce. She knew who she was, even when the world tried to rename her. Self-awareness is not ignorance, it is clarity. Jane understood her limits, her desires, her worth, and when offered a life that looked acceptable but felt wrong, she walked away. She literally walked away. That takes courage most people never cultivate. It's the same courage required to put a glass down after one too many sips, even when the taste is divine. Jane Eyre, like the Blue Lagoon, leaves a burn. She intoxicates you with her resilience, her morality, her depth. She makes you dizzy with admiration, and then she forces you to confront yourself, your compromises, your silence, your settling. She makes you ask, have I mistaken comfort for fulfillment? Have I softened my convictions for approval? And suddenly, you need your bed, not from exhaustion, but from intellectual overstimulation. That is the mark of a powerful character. Jane Eyre teaches us that strength does not need a spectacle, that solitude can be sacred, that sweetness can coexist with sharpness, that a woman can be warm and still unyielding. Like a perfectly balanced blue lagoon, she reminds us that life is layered. The beauty can burn, the pleasure can educate. So tonight, read something that challenges you, drink something that surprises you, and never underestimate the quiet ones at the table. Some of us are 3 shades of blue, and every layer matters. I'm glad you joined me. Until next time, read more, drink better, choose wisely. Cheers for now.